I came upon an ancient site like nothing I've ever seen before. A fortified position, built with intent, to watch, to defend, to survive. And etched into the stone nearby, symbols over 1,000 years old, including one that speaks unmistakably of death. We are coming into a special place. Look at this. Oh man. All right, let's see what we got in here, guys. Wow. Oh man. And then you have the walls of this other fortification here behind me. You've got this dwelling that was tucked way back under here. Then I saw this. Everyone, it's Dave with Rugged Road Explorers, bringing you the history they never taught you with explorations here on the ground. So we got another beautiful day. You can see I'm on a cliff face and we're headed in that direction and see what discoveries await us and see what traces the ancients left behind. That'll tell us the story of who they really were and what they were doing. So let's get going. We got a little bit of ways to go, but it's such a beautiful day. It's just gonna be awesome. That's loose, but we don't want to grip that. It almost looks like there's smoky steps carved in right here for me to get down, which is nice. Yeah, as a matter of fact, yep, and there's one right here. Well, that made it easy. You can see them. There's a step there, step there, step there, and then on up. So this was probably their way up and down to get to this site. Well, we have, look, we've got pottery. Oh, wow, look. So right here where the water flows, you can see all the pottery shards and jasper shards and flint. This whole area is covered, which is good news. It may mean that we have a bigger dwelling right over here if there's this much right here. There you can see the old basket weave type. And there's a lot more all along this wash and then all in here. Oh, this is good news. So it looks like we have an overhang right over here. And then it does look like there's a wall right here and it goes all the way across. So let's walk that way. Let's just see. Yep. Yeah, we've got more jasper shards down here below it. So this area was leveled off, and you can see it was construction. So it could have been this was the rock foundation of the structure, and the rest was made out of wood or something like that, which is common. Look right up there on that rock. I'm seeing more. So let's walk up there. So this would be next to where their shelter was. So, so what I'm actually doing is looking at the wall through the camera lens, because, and then there we have the classic serpent, it looks like. It's not those upside down V things or like the triangular things. This is more in kind of the classic serpent style. And then you've got those other two right there. You can see they really show up from this angle. It's hard to tell if there's anything more. I can see the pecking. Yeah, so check it out right up here. That's really clear there. That's pretty high up. Oh man, they left us so many clues and information and just to try to figure it out. Oh man. All right, I need my viewers to help me out. I need you guys to let me know what you think. This is pretty interesting stuff, and pretty awesome too, I think. Man, we still have to explore this way too. Look at this. Look at this. Wow. Oh, look at the ceiling. This is why you got to get down here. It is covered in creosote. Oh, this is great, you guys. This is so neat. I'm sorry about that tip on the camera. All right, I'm in. So let's take a look here. Wow, you can see the whole ceiling is stained in here. And I'm not sure how these walls were stacked, but we can see that structure back there. Wow, it's pretty amazing. We're gonna keep moving. Look at that ceiling. Wow. So they lived here. This is clear evidence that they had cooking fires going or smoking fires to dry out their meat. We have this wall here, and it looks like it went on further this way. I'm sure all this was enclosed in, especially given the smoke on the ceiling over there. Not sure how much of this was, but we're going to keep going around there, you guys. And they must have been using the back part of that to make their fires, because you can see there's not so much smoke here in this front part. But back here, it's all like that. And I've just been scanning the rocks, and I was looking at this rock right here, and you can see it's exposed to the weather. It's got green stuff growing on it. But then I saw this. You can barely make it out. That is your classic Fremont figure. And that is old. That's well worn. It's pretty amazing, huh? So they've left us, there's signs everywhere. You just have to take your time and see what they left for us. All right, let's keep exploring around the corner here. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look. Oh, oh man. Look up there. Look at that. And you have a bunch a bunch of rocks here that are, I don't know, they're just kind of fallen over and stacked. I don't know if it was a wall at one time. We do have a lot of charcoal in here. Oh man. Look at this. Let's not get too focused in on just one thing. So, yeah, I'm standing in what was another building. Look, you can see how it's built up right here and right here. All this. So this was a complex, you guys. This wasn't just one dwelling in and of itself. You can really see it there. So that means this part that's fallen down that I just came up, this was probably where this bush is, was probably a complete dwelling in and of itself. This is just like, oh man. Hey, I am so excited that you guys are along for this discovery as I'm finding it out. And we are coming into a special place. Look at this. Oh man. And hey, if you guys enjoy this kind of thing, give it a thumbs up. Please give me a comment. Let me know what you think about this kind of exploring. And I'll try to keep bringing it to you. That's amazing. Now I gotta figure out how to get up there. All right, guys, so right behind me there was the first dwelling we came to past the petroglyphs. And then we've come upon this that was here where this bush was. This whole area here was also a dwelling. And then we have this whole chamber that's right here with a wall right up there behind it. And we're getting ready to go in here and explore this. But I just wanted to remind you guys really quick, if you enjoy this kind of thing, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And if you really want to support the channel, I have a link in the description. It's called Buy Me a Cup of Coffee. And that's just a little bit of financial help for the channel to help me keep coming out here and making this kind of content for you. So I appreciate that, and let's get on with the rest of the explore. All right, so I'm coming into this chamber, and I'm kind of just standing here, and then you have this up there. So I don't know what that's housing, if that's protecting the inside here, or if there's something on the other side. We're gonna have to figure that out. All right, let's see what we got in here, guys. So we've got some darkened area right here where it was smoky at one time. Looks like you have a stick that's jammed in there. Man. All right, let's keep going. It's really sloped in here, guys. No, that just looks like watermarks. But it looks like there's a bunch up above us here. And I don't see much down here. So let's turn around. Oof. And again, I'm just trying to keep my balance, you guys, while I'm walking here. So if you see something that I miss, shout it out. Look at this. Oh, man. Look at this. And the floor, it's still intact. Ugh. Look. Oh, wow, there's more up here. Oh, and more. Oh, all right. Whew. All right, let me get up here. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Boy, this looks like, to me, this looks like a fortified position, because there's no way you're approaching this. You got to climb up and over it. And they've got these supports. Look at this. I don't think anybody's been up here. Everything's still in place. Look at that. Look at the view you have of the whole valley from up here. And like I said, you're gonna have a tough time getting up onto this. And you can't be reached from above either. You're covered and sheltered from above. And then you've got this down here. I don't want to stand on it. Who knows how old it is? 800, 1,000 years old? I don't want to stand on that. And it's still got the mud in place. Look at that. That is just amazing. Wow. So I am up here and then down here. So this is the interesting thing. If you look down here, that's the chamber that I was in. Over there around the corner are the petroglyphs. The first dwelling we came to, second dwelling was right down here, and then you have this cavern that goes underneath this. You've got this wall built up. You've got the planks and the mud and the wood and everything there. It's pretty amazing. And then you have the walls of this other fortification here behind me. And this is the view. This is what they're watching. They're watching down that canyon. Pretty amazing. So what's interesting is this rock must have all fallen away already back in their day. And they just built on top of it. And this would almost be what you would call a final stronghold or a keep, if we were using more modern terms. And yeah, so they could stand here and defend this area for anybody being funneled in that way. And then, of course, up here, they have height superiority with this up here. I mean, you can see it's dropped straight down. And then again here, And to help give structure to these rocks, they've got these upright, which are still in place. That's fantastic. That's pretty amazing. And we were just down in this area, down below there. So it's hauled out underneath there. You could get down there. We're gonna check these crevices too, just because. And also the walls. I thought I saw handprints over here. That's why I want to make my way back. I hope you guys are enjoying this kind of stuff as much as I do. Yeah, that looks... Oh, they're really faint though. Right there and right there. Wow. All right, let me check these crevices. If I find anything, I'll bring you guys back on, or if I see anything else that jumps out at me. Wow. This is a first. I haven't seen one of these. I'm looking at this, you know, and I'm wondering if this didn't at one time come all the way across and just had a small entryway here. Because I'm looking here, and you can see they filled it in with rocks, but also they put a layer of mud on top of it all the way across. I didn't notice that when I first came in, but that's there. So it looks like it was all strategically built. Man, look at that. Incredible. Okay, I told you I was looking under this ledge here. And look, here's a piece of pottery right here. Nice piece of pottery. Nice piece of basket weave. Let's just see if there's anything else under here that may have slipped down. Don't see anything else. But it shows that it was occupied at one time. Just so you get a sense of the construction, how they intermix these logs. I kind of stabilize it out, I guess. And then over here, the logs are upright to help hold that taller wall together. So I kind of want to take you guys through this. So they've built here in the cliff faces. They most likely lived up on top of the mesa and hunted and farmed. But when threats came into the area, like the Nuremberg raiding parties, they would drop down and take shelter in their cliff homes. But what happens when they also drop down and find those places? What do you do then? Well, you come to a place like this. So this is you can see this wall here, it's fortified here. You can limit the access of people coming in, but there's enough space here that you could gather your families and bring them in here with you. And then the warriors would continue on through here, and I'm going to go up there and go to the top. And this would be where you would make your last stand. This would be like, in medieval days, they would call this a keep. It's where you would retreat back to when everything else has failed, and this is where you would make your last stand. So the families would gather in here. There's plenty of room. It can hold a lot of people. And men would take up their positions here to where they could cover that access. And the rest would come here. And like I said, this access was probably completely blocked off. And they would be able to fight from this in their last stand.
Oh yeah, perfect. So I wonder if this wasn't their quick way down to get to the keep, which is right over there. I'm just looking for any markings on here. I'm looking and there's foothold there, foothold there. So, foothold here. So it really makes it easy to have these footholds or steps, Moki steps, possibly. So that we can get out of here. Of course, it gets kind of narrow. For them, I'm sure it wasn't a problem. But I can still get through, I think. Yeah. Woo. All right. We are up. What a great day. What a great explore. Man. Thanks for coming, you guys. Love having you with me. And I hope you really enjoyed this.